I'm delighted to welcome you all to the APSE Equality, Inclusion and Diversity Seminar. I am Councillor Jacqueline Burnett. This seminar brings together a range of expert speakers that will be exploring steps local authorities have taken and are continue to take to carry out in developing and supporting a diverse workforce and communities at all levels.
Local government has a big role to play there itself in terms of looking at new skills, career pathways being established, skills that reflect on the green and circular economy, about the digital world, and also the increasing need for care in our communities as well. And we asked our focus groups about what local government can do when they met. And they gave us some clear direction. They want to know more about local government. They want to understand how we work. They want to get more involved. They also think that we could be doing a lot more in terms of local government careers and getting them involved in those careers. I'm sure lots of you are doing work experience, and there's different ways of doing that to involve young people.
In my own council, we have the Brent Black Community Action Plan. This is a 10-year program where we're working with 60, 70 members of the community, right? And that's led by the community. And one of the strands that came out of the Community Action Plan was that the community wanted us to actually focus on a much better representation of Black staff, right, in the senior roles across the council. Any interview is done just to make sure that we have a female representation, but a BAME representation on the interview panel as well. Right, so it's giving that trust and confidence, right, to across to the individuals, that we have taken things seriously.
We've also opened the 5th National Royal Horticultural Society Garden, RHS Bridgewater, in the city of Salford. This has now become a go-to destination for lovers of horticulture and nature. And what we've managed to do for our residents in the city is negotiate free Tuesdays for all Salford residents who can attend the garden without having to pay a penny. This economy needs a local council, along with our partner institutions, ready to intervene and support and plan, to put its hands in its pocket and to make sensible long-term investments that directly provide essential services to our residents. And with these strategies, we reinforce our commitment to ensure everyone in Salford has the opportunity to participate, to get involved, and that together we can create a more equal and fairer Salford.
We have appointed a D&I strategic partner really to kind of help us pull together lots of the work that was, I suppose, happening in a voluntary capacity across the organisation. And that's helping to really bring together those themes and to look at specific actions. We make sure that we publish data. Data is much more kind of transparent and open to all staff. And the inclusive mentoring scheme that started off from a race focus has now spread out to all protected characteristics. And I think, you know, that's a wonderful kind of accolade to the beneficial outcomes that we saw. We've had talent programs, and we have focused in on, you know, kind of promoting and making sure that all staff, and particularly those that we're seeing underrepresented in senior positions, are able to apply.
When it comes to disability, Camden Council currently funds Camden Disability Action, who support Camden's residents with their disabilities. And we are looking at, I suppose, over this year, looking at disability and LGBTQ as sort of our focus as a service, in terms of how we support them, what they're saying, and what we can do to deliver better for them, especially as a third of the residents in Camden are actually disabled. We also work very closely with Elfrida Rathbone in Camden, which is all about providing empowerment and independence to disabled people, children and young people. So as part of that piece of work, we're doing quite a lot around diversifying school governor boards, diversifying, trustee positions in Camden.
So I wanted to take you through our journey that we've been on over the last year, and we put together a framework as a business. Some of the things that our staff said that were important to them was having a gender and cultural balance within our workforce, making sure that we're attracting diverse pool of candidates within all of our new joint venture partnerships, having unconscious training for all of our staff. I won't read them all out, but you can see it's quite a continued variety there, that it was very important that we kind of took it right back to the beginning and started this process with everybody in the business.
And age friendly, which obviously Nicola's going to come on to talk about, is a prime example of where we're working together to create something sort of better. And actually, as we as a council acknowledge that we don't have the skills and expertise in everything, so it's really important that we work with our partners to get things done, and also to do things slightly differently as well, which is what Nicola's going to talk to you about.
So what are we doing at the moment? So we are currently delivering these 3 pilot projects. And these are based on what local older people told us mattered to them. And I cannot stress enough that co-production from the beginning is absolutely critical. So we co-produced how we listened to people. We developed in conversations with older people. We then co-produced what we were going to focus on in these pilot projects. And now all 3 of these projects is being co-produced with older people. Then you get where I'm coming from about co-production being important. So these 3 projects are Feeling Safe, which is around being safer at home, because older people told us that as well as the obvious things like slips and trips, which we always think of, actually feeling safe at home is about your environment, it's about knowing your neighbours, it's about feeling confident to walk to the end of the street, to the shop. It's about all of those things that make you feel safe in your own home.
We've been doing some work recently on kind of bringing together what we know about the health status of different ethnic groups. And we know, and I'm sure many of you know about this, it begins to diverge at around 30 years of age. And from that age on, the gap in poor health between ethnic minority and white majority groups gets gradually larger until it becomes particularly pronounced in later life. This chart here, if you look at that lower group, which is good, higher is bad, this graph is about self-reported health of men. The vast majority of our homes that we live in and we're going to age in don't even meet basic accessibility standards. We have some of the oldest housing stock in Europe, including around 2.2 million homes that are non-decent. And this interacts again on other unequal housing outcomes. So looking at overcrowding in this instance, and you've only got to think about the last 2 years, 3/4 of the local authorities with the highest COVID-19 mortality rates also had the highest levels of overcrowding.
Where I'm up to at the moment is developing the first of what I hope to be a series of courses in the topic of diversity and inclusion, and we're firstly focusing on sustaining change through inclusive leadership. So really thinking about a lot of the themes that have been addressed today within the content of that training. So that will be something that will hopefully be available very soon through the website for APSE training.
Because I wish I had some flowers, we were all together, and because you've been really, really good in sharing and being honest with us, who have helped to support the event. On behalf of all the staff and members of APSE, we very much hope you have an enjoyable day. We can feel spring's on the way, I hope, mainly, most of us. Thank you for your participation, and hopefully we'll see you at our next event. Take care and stay safe.